What are we doing?
I genuinely... 78? Whoa.
I'm coming in.
Is it 78?
What?
Yeah, I think it's 78 because we said 77 about something earlier.
Hey, welcome to episode 78. I got it on the first try this time, you guys.
Kind
That
of.
does not count.
It counts. I said 78 question mark. It counts. Welcome, as always, to the Role Slayers podcast. We have a few announcements before we get into it. Jeremy, if you want to take it away with your very special announcement. What are you doing?
Listen. Isn't that a good sound?
D&D.
All right. Speaking of good sounds. Okay, let's start again. I'm just kidding. So speaking of good sounds, check out our partners at rollslayers.com/partners. We have partnered with other people who make audio content, such as BeyondSkyrim.org, Sirenscape.com, the Scanlan Short Halt music. So that's the Critical Role folks. They make some really good battle music. So we really like to use that. In addition to that, we have Celestial Aeon Project. What do we use that mostly for, Tyler?
It's in a lot of our ambient playlist.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So check those guys out. We also are partnered with World Anvil for all of your world building organizational needs. It is an encyclopedia that you get to make. But they have a lot of really cool features to help spark your creativity, as well as features to keep you organized. worldanvil.pxf.io/rollslayers.
Thanks.
In
Jeremy?
addition to that, we are partnered with Eldritch Foundry, and you can get 15% off your custom mini with our checkout code ROLLSLAYERS.
We need to do another giveaway sometime.
Ooh, I like that idea.
I'm going to do a giveaway soon, maybe.
Support us.
Definitely.
Hey, support us. We work really hard on this and really enjoy what we get to do. Honestly, our biggest passion is to keep making this better. So if you support us, that's what we're going to sink that money into. It's just making it better. We're all employed, mostly, and so we don't pocket that money. We're just going to make it better for your ears and your eyes,
like these fancy
Honestly,
new
I like
cameras.
this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got fancy new cameras.
Yeah, I think I posted
So we look
on the internet. Yeah,
not like
speaking of
we're
which,
like glowing.
follow us on Instagram so you can see our fancy new cameras on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and TikTok.
Ish.
And
I didn't tell them how to
Discord.
support us, but it's probably popping up
yeah, Patreon.
in the little one
Right
of the,
there.
I don't know if I'm pointing in the right. I don't know which quadrant I'm in.
Just point at all of them.
I think point
Cover all
down
your bases.
or
It's like
right. Down or right.
Brady Bunch.
Now do the one that way.
Patreon.com/rollslayers.
I think that's all of our announcements. I think Jeremy covered most of them.
Because I'm so excited to play. I just
He's
wanted to
very
get it out of the way.
enthusiastic. Yes. So now that it is out of the way, why don't we play our game?
Wait. We forgot the announcement, the special announcement.
What's the special announcement?
I don't know. Someone has a special announcement, right?
Oh, it's me. This is my last episode.
No.
No.
I don't know what the special announcement
Not
is.
cute. Jeremy has a new house.
Oh yeah, that's cool. But it has nothing to do with
Nothing to
D&D.
do with D&D.
We don't have a special announcement.
What are you talking about,
still-
Jeremy?
I
Oh,
do
I just
feel
thought
like-
maybe if I said it, then
Then-
it would manifest.
But I do feel like maybe this is just. I feel. Never mind.
She has one. She has a special announcement.
No, I
knew
don't. I just think I'm like, if I was a person listening to a podcast of people playing a game, I would also want to know at least a little bit about their personal lives. Like, I'm like, cool, this player that I've been listening to for 77 episodes moved to his sweet family.
I bought my first house.
Hey,
Woo!
that's a big deal.
It is.
So that is a special announcement, and it's awesome. And I want to have a lot of parties there.
Yeah.
So,
Good stuff, man.
And with
Stougheller
that,
style.
oh, a good old romp in the swamp. Hey, that's probably a good name for this episode.
Yeah,
it is the name for this
episode. We just named this episode.
Yeah,
Take
baby.
that, write that down.
We'll
Let's
see.
play!
So, last we left off, the party made their way from the Trebuchet Tavern to possibly gather a reward for their job acquiring Midnight's Triumph, expecting not to find Bruckner Puller, but someone to give them the reward that they were due. They did indeed find returned Bruckner Puller, heavily injured and quite exhausted, but alive. Writing, making notes, conducting research. The party had a bit of a conversation and I believe claimed a reward, a magical item. I believe, what was it?
The circlet of the
Yeah.
The
stars.
Circlet of the Stars.
Circlet of stars.
And then decided to make their way to Stougheller via magical transportation from Ruby, so that they could make their way north to the city of Zagsnick, or the town of Zagsnick, as Vinny's patron has been
Oh, my
quite
butt.
insistent as of late that he finally do something for her. So the party made their way to Stougheller.
Listen, he was busy making friends, right? He's trying to establish some relationships in his life. You know?
And landing in Stougheller, they found themselves into a dilapidated, old structure, seemingly a temple. And that's where we'll pick up.
Well, here we are.
Where is this exactly?
This is the Temple of the
Yeah,
Sun.
It
that
is
what you
the
said?
Sunkeeper's Temple.
Yeah, that one. This is the Sunkeeper's temple.
Who is the Sunkeeper?
You'd know
Random.
that most likely that's Tepelor, the
Okay.
Dawn Father,
Okay.
god of sun.
Yep. Okay,
Mm.
great.
Okay.
Well, where do we go from here?
Well,
Well, to Zagsnick, to be frank.
yeah. Well, it's still quite a long journey. We might need to stop and get some provisions. My folks are not too far from here, and
They would house us for the night, or
oh, for sure.
It is
Right.
about almost midday at this point. You guys went and probably
Probably
like
in the
mid-morning.
Yeah.
Mid-morning. You guys went to Bruckner Puler's fairly early.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys start to walk out into this kind of main hall of the temple, there are some pews that are actually seem to have seen some use, and some are just completely dusted over. There is, as I said, that big hole in the center of the ceiling, and as you're walking towards the main doors, a small bundle on one of the pews shakes awake and is actually not a bundle, but a man with a large gray beard, kind of frazzled hair. Oh, you frightened me.
You frightened me.
No, you frightened me.
What are you doing were you sleeping?
I live here.
Oh.
you live here.
Yes, I'm the priest of Pelor for the Sunkeeper's Temple.
Oh, we didn't mean to disturb you. We
Have you
just
come to worship?
No.
No, we just use that there, transportation sigil to just, pop in real quick.
Transportation sigil?
Yeah, you didn't know that's what that was up there, the
I
front?
don't know what you're talking about.
Well, there's a portal. There's more than one way to get in and out of this place.
Well, you've entered, so
I require a tithe to the Dawnfather.
You're kidding me.
No. Tithe.
I'm
But
gonna.
does- So, Rash,
this guy-
we
is this
came
guy a
here for
priest?
free.
Roll an insight check.
Yeah, hang on a second.
I'm not giving my money to any bum.
Hey, and by the way, with my background being a Pelor adherent, could I persuade you to give some advantage?
Sure.
Okay, I rolled a 12 and a 13 for a total of 21.
Everything on this guy is disheveled, screams at you, beggar, definitely opportunistic. But you do see, you glimpse a chain around his neck with the rising sun symbol of the Dawnfather. That is spotless. Like it's the only thing he's paid attention to in terms of his outward appearance.
I'm gonna approach the dwarf.
It's just a human man.
Just a human man. He just sounded like a dwarf, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna approach him and give him 5 gold.
Oh, I can fix the hole in the roof now. Thank you.
Are you actually look? It's a tragedy to see a temple in this state of disrepair, but are you actually going to put the money towards that?
Well, of
Because this
course.
place doesn't look well taken care of.
Well, we don't get many visitors. Not many seek the gods here in Stougheller. God. We only have one god. Pelor is the patron god of Stougheller, of course. To cut through the gloom.
This is the patron god's temple?
Yes.
Oh,
It's seen
God's
better days.
I mean, like you said, there's not a whole lot of those loyal in this area.
Not many devout, no. No.
Oh, no. Well, okay. Oh, I wish we had more time here, but oh no. We need to get going, don't we?
Consider this my tithe. And he prestidigitations his appearance.
Oh. I look kind of like a priest now. Thank
Not
you.
half bad.
Yeah.
I think, well, if you, appearances have a lot to do with, and it is a shame, but a priest, their chief job is as a persuader, a man of charisma, and so this will help.
Look, I don't have money for fancy new robes or a haircut, mind you, but I'll take it.
Just
Be on your way if you're not here to worship. I don't have time to gab all day, I have to nap.
all
Well,
right, or get that roof repaired.
Well,
Anyway.
of course, I'll get right on that tomorrow.
on our way out, I want to give him 195 more golds. Look. I know this is kind of a lot of trust to place in you because we clearly haven't spent time together, and you are not what I would say is particularly trustworthy, but this should be an important place.
You see, like, tears well up in his eyes as he kind of just grabs your hands and shakes them profusely and goes,
I'll bring on a deacon and repair the roof and clean and make this place, I could even fund an orphanage. Thank you so much. What is your name?
Really?
Patron Saint Remington Northerly Topsford.
No, I didn't want the... okay.
No. You're trouble. Remington Northerly Topsford. Thank you. I'm Lunan Canshaw, priest of Pelor.
Luna, it's a pleasure to meet you, and may many better fortunes come your way. And please do not name an orphanage after me.
I will not. I'll name it after the Dawnfather in some fashion.
Wonderful.
Hopefully.
Thank you.
Some come to the faith here. This is a start, a fresh start.
Glad to hear it. I think we need to get moving, though. We have pressing business in about 3 different places.
Oh, well, yes. You're on your way. Yes, if you're looking for work, there's a signpost out. out front.
A job board. I don't know that we've done a job board before. That's kind of fun.
We had a job board in. No, we didn't. Did we? No, this is our first. Good thing we're in a rush.
A job board like a bulletin board, and people are like, need mercenaries
Yes,
for this.
That's like a trope. Like you don't know what to do, so
Go
you
to
go
the
to the
job
tavern
board.
and you go to
Okay.
Job board.
As you
Yeah,
guys exit,
we know what we're about.
you are on kind of this terraced hill, quite dry. Nicer buildings surrounding you guys. This seems to be the only one in disrepair in the area. And it overlooks a large, what looks to be river, with canals spreading out from it to the west. To the west of you, you see hazy cook fires rising from various shanty establishments built up against one another. Some of them even like leaning over one another. The alley just kind of like has an angled roof from the building that has kind of toppled over. It's cold, but it's also humid. It's not a nice combination. And as you're looking around, you can see to the north of you a kind of gross bog delta spreading out, and to the south a deep water port as you do see the ocean below where the river meets the coast. Welcome to Stougheller. And as he said, there is a small job board across the road if you'd like to take a gander at that.
Vinny will saunter over just in his fashion of like, okay, what do we got?
Sure, there are four kind of prominent pieces of parchment as you're taking a look. One says bargeman needed to make the trip to Callan Ferris. There's another that says bounty, green vine blooms, 25 gold per bloom.
There's if we find any of these, maybe we should just pick them up and bring them back.
Do I know what that is?
Yeah, green vines are a carnivorous plant that usually inhabit dead bodies and then puppet them.
Oh, sick.
They are prominent within the grasping mire to the north of town.
I'll put that in I'll write that in my book.
Like those are pretty nasty. I don't know that we want to get involved in collecting those for anybody.
We're seasoned warriors. It's fine.
Also a missing persons document with several names on it of missing people. Among them, Lucimo Geloris, Brig, the beggar, Equi, a Aarakocra merchant, Nodan, a hobgoblin sailor, Crangeros,
Is this real?
yeah, he's very surprised, a Furbolg adventurer, Dorlek Vemabre, a human carpenter, and they have all gone missing within the Mariner's Promenade.
Was that like one of your two friends?
No.
So okay, what is Vinny doing? Is he doing that?
Yes. Yeah, I'm Vinny.
So Vinny's got a fly catching face.
Vinny,
you know.
what is it?
Do you know any of those people?
Yes. This one is my father.
Oh.
What?
I've never met him, but that is his name.
Wait, what is his name?
Lucimo Geloris. I think I spoke of him
Oh
yesterday.
my.
I was telling some of you this. I can't remember who.
You were telling me. I just knew Lucimo, but it just seems really quick.
What does
I
it
was
say
about-
about him?
Says he's missing.
Missing. So
From
he
the
was
what?
here.
The Mariners,
Yeah, they were all last seen at the Mariner's Promenade.
which is a place in town.
It's that big straight.
Oh, the new fancy place.
Yes, the Stougheller revitalization projects
The
Mhm.
Mariners
centerpiece
Promenade.
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 Vinithra, do you want to investigate this?
Venuthra, do you want to maybe spend an evening thinking about what you want to do with this information?
I guess so. I don't know. I didn't expect it to hit me so. It's like I was telling you, Remy. One of my goals in life is to meet him. And then, of course, drain a few pints and forget that I did. This scuttbag left us in a pretty awful situation. At least me. I think we should at least ask about it. Maybe what happened here at the Mariners Promenade.
Is there like a city guard kind of thing I would know about that I could be like, we could check in with the...
They're not very disciplined.
What is
Or well
Or
regulated.
who posted this?
How about this?
Yeah.
Who put the missing persons
Sure,
posters up?
The missing person post was made by two people who kind of teamed up on it. The wife of Dorlek Vemabray, and then the son of Equi.
And
They've
it says
noticed
that on
several
there.
people disappearing. Yeah.
Okay. Do I know either of those people?
You've
Or
not
recognize
heard
the
of
name?
any of the people on this list.
Okay.
One is a sailor who probably rolled in. Another's an adventurer. Two merchants that were probably, brought in for this new Mariners Promenade. So you're probably not familiar with those.
Well, I don't recognize any of these names as, local families or anything, but we could ask around people that I do know.
Yeah.
I don't know
maybe,
that
I don't know what we need to do, but I really...
Perhaps we think about it over lunch. Is there a place we could go to sit and eat and drink? that
Oh
you'd
yeah, of
like?
course. Why don't we just it's been a couple years since I've seen my mom and Pa, and I think it'd be a fun surprise for us to just pop in, and they halfling families, we've always got plenty of food on hand. They'd be happy to host us, I'm sure.
Well, perhaps we go back to her parents' home and think and talk.
Yeah, that would be nice. That sounds
It's been a long
splendid.
while since I've had the company of fellow halflings.
I mean, except for me.
Well, of course. Just it's not the same as. It's not the same as like when
I
you
know, being in a
sit
household.
down,
Yes.
Yeah, with the hot meals,
Mm-hmm.
and stews.
Getting nagged at by your mama,
Yes, of course.
all of
No,
that.
I've actually spent a fair amount of time with halflings myself, and I agree wholeheartedly.
Well, let's walk on, and I'm gonna lead us.
Sure.
I'm gonna take a deep breath of wet, cold swamp air. I spent so much time getting out of here, but it's nice to be back. I'm gonna fluff my ponytail in the humid air, make it bigger, like a squirrel tail,
Love
and
that.
flip my fuchsia side out on my cape. Just gonna go walking.
Oh my gosh. The last, if you do end up glancing at the board, there is one more
Oh,
before
yeah.
y'all take off. I'm sure you looked at it. It just says sailors needed on icebreaker run. Prior experience preferred but not required. Hazard pay included. But you guys,
That's how I got out of here.
it is how you got out of there. You guys make your way down Mangrove Hill, eventually coming to a series of bridges over the river that lead into small canals that branch off. As you come closer down, a lot of these canals don't even have walkways next to the buildings, just large boats that go up and down. So you probably have to find a a boat to rent for the day, but it's easy enough to acquire. There are plenty of bargemen going up and down, and he starts to take you into the city proper. You do pass through a very large, wide canal that has shiny new buildings, freshly painted, fresh timber, fresh stone, large walkways that go by, and it is crowded with barges going up and down. It seems like it runs pretty straight all the way down to the ocean.
Ruby is like scowling at it all.
You get a bad vibe from Ruby as you pass through, but make your way deeper into the city. Now the canals shrink and get quite tight. The grime starts to reappear, and it is there's no real sun that pierces through the fog, but it grows even darker as the buildings kind of overshadow you on both sides, 2-3 stories on these canals, where she leads you to a small 2-story abode, it would seem, that has a small sign on it that says Swamp Hoppers.
Here we are, guys. Hop on out.
What were these buildings that we passed?
What, those stupid looking
I
fancy
noticed-
ones?
Right.
You don't like them?
Well, so, there's been all this upheaval in other parts of the continent, and a lot of those people migrated down here, and they started this whole Stougheller revitalization project where they came in and took over people's perfectly good storefronts, tore them all down, widened the canal, built all these new shiny shops with all these, people who are not from here building shops there. It's just not right.
You're upset that they made it better?
Well, it wasn't nothing wrong with it to begin with. It was
Cyrus
perfectly good businesses and
has
families.
always talked about how terrible this place is. You don't agree?
Well, I mean, it's nothing like Chaldean or, the great cities, but, there's just something about your home changing without you giving permission that kind of just rubs you the wrong way,
Okay, sure.
Are
if you know
these-
what I mean.
Not really.
Are these families okay?
Well, some of them maybe had to close up shop and not reopen again.
Yeah.
And it might be a touchy subject in some households, including this one, so maybe don't bring it up.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you be more clear?
We used to have a map shop, and it got closed down because of this project.
Oh, and your family is destitute.
Well, it was a very successful
Just
shop.
doesn't hold. You don't really hold anything back, do you, Belle? Just say what you
It's
think.
all right. It's all
Trying
right.
to understand.
It's all right.
Right.
I'd rather let y'all know now so that we don't make an uncomfortable situation with my
exactly,
family.
Demetrius.
Oh,
So
I'm not
they
criticizing. I'm just
they had made
noticing.
enough, and we had enough warning that my parents were able to put back enough to kind of retire on, and I chose not to reopen the shop somewhere else because I went off on an ice breaking ship, which also may or may not be a touchy subject.
An ice-breaking ship.
What is it called?
Yeah, an icebreaker.
Okay. It's like, did I just make that up?
Oh.
So, is this going to be one of those visits to the household where you and your parents are very nice, but you dance around some very specific topics? Other than
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
I
Now
mean, they
that's-
always knew I kind of had a wild hair, and they got around to being, glad for me to go off and do my adventuring. But, for a halfling, it's a little, different.
This isn't your first visit home, though, right?
It is, yes.
How long has it been?
Wow.
You have.
How long have you been gone?
A couple years.
Oh, just 2
We
years.
wrote letters.
And then.
Oh, so you stayed home for a long time. I mean, because you're...
Yeah, I worked in the shop, and then when it became clear that we were shutting down because of this project, and it was kind of, okay, they can retire, and then I can either continue it on with me as sort of the matriarch of the shop, and I just couldn't do it. I just had to get out.
And do you think they'll be just fine with us all showing up here?
Oh, yeah, the hospitality has not changed. It'll be
doesn't
fine.
change.
Oh, if you say so.
It's one of the. Well, Belle's had an extremely strenuous relationship with her folks. It's a very different atmosphere.
Why don't we just go on in?
Y'all gonna pay me for taking y'all here?
Oh, sorry. Yes, sir.
That's a copper.
I'll pay it.
No worries.
I'll pay it. Let me take that out of my inventory. Oh, I don't have any coppers. I only have gold. Cool. I'm not.
Yeah, we gave away
I just
all
pretend.
our
No,
copper in exchange for
Just pretend I did that.
shards.
I'm sure I have
That's
coppers.
true. You did give.
I only have gold.
You did exchange copper for
I have
shards.
coppers. Sure, I'll toss them one.
Y'all can easily enough pay the bargeman and make your
Yes.
way into Swamp Hoppers. There's a ting-a-ling-a-ling as you guys open. And Ruby, this is a bit of a surprise to you, but there do seem to be a few maps in a kind of a ramshackle storefront. Looks like someone has started to set up business. And as you're looking around, you do see at the kind of counter there is standing on a stool your father Jimbo, who kind of looks up and says, "Welcome to Swamp Hop." Well, look who came paddling back, Cassandra! And he shouts upstairs,
Hey, Paul.
"Come on!" He just starts thumping up the stairs, and you guys can follow up to a family home where you do see several characters. Brandon, if you want to describe your character.
What?
Liz, you want to scoot over? Liz, you want to scoot over? So, sitting before you is a woman with a large porridge bowl, spooning it into, how would you describe your character?
Well,
Bowl held out.
dismissive, tired, grumpy, but otherwise pleasant looking. I mean, he's got a regal chin for a halfling. That's how else can one say? Spectacles, clearly.
About what age?
Oh gosh. Well, certainly old enough to be all y'all's grandpa.
Does he have any hair or no?
Well, he's got some respectable tufts around the ears. All right.
So, as Jimbo comes stomping up the stairs, he yells again, "Cassandra, look who's here!" And she brought friends. And you guys kind of file up the stairs.
So wait, there's Jimbo.
Cassandra.
This is Cassandra.
No, Cassandra is the mom.
The mom. That's what I thought. And then there's this old fart.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
So she turns and sees you and drops the bowl on the counter. Kind of porridge spills everywhere. "Oh my goodness! My baby's home! Come in!" And she just like, kind of like half jogs over and hugs, and you hear Jimbo grumbling. "I'm deciding I'll make any match." But you guys can file in, and she goes, "Oh my goodness! Well, who are all of you? Friends of Ruby's?"
You know,
I'm Cassandra.
I couldn't come home empty-handed, Ma. I gotta always bringing people.
So are you here to stay, or what's going on? Sit down, I'll feed you.
I think we're just passing through, but this is my friend Venuthra.
Hi,
Hello.
Cassandra.
You can call me Vinny.
Swamp Hopper, Vinny. That's darling.
Well, thanks.
And you too?
I'm Bells.
Bells.
Yes.
Remington Northerly Topsford. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Well, I don't see many of you folk around here.
It's welcome to. It feels welcome to be in a home like this.
Yeah, a little taste of home. Where you from?
Oh.
It starts with a D.
I'm getting it.
Drool.
We recent immigrants to Uldar.
Hold on.
That's far away. We got some maps with it.
Yeah, it's not where I'm presently from, but it's home.
Well, that's wonderful. You! Stop sulking and say hello.
Hi.
Hi, Bobo. Y'all,
good, Ruby.
this here's my grandpa. This is Bobo.
Hello,
Bo
Grandpa
Judd.
Bobo.
Bo Judd is his
Name's
real name.
Bo Judd Swamp Hopper.
You'll always be Bobo to me.
Yeah, appreciate that, Ruby.
Started his own map shop out north in the swamps.
It's just a small little thing. We sell a few odds and ends for the less straight and narrow.
Rolls her eyes.
You don't need to be there manning your shop right now.
I don't know, Beck takes care of that. It's all good.
Well, while we are self-proclaimed the Guild of Goodwill, I wouldn't call us straight and narrow.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't, would you?
I mean, we're straighter and narrower than many.
Guild of what now? Jimbo says.
Scud, Ruby, where'd you get these people from?
Literally hell.
I've been there a few times myself. How was it?
Wait, you been through the plains?
Which planes?
Like to the lower plains. Yeah, you been to Cube World?
Cube World.
Oh, you'd know if you'd have been to this
Don't
one.
ring any bell.
Well, that's where I met them. And we helped each other out, and it was great. And now we've been traveling together for a little bit.
Well, ain't that just darling? Well, pleased to meet you. Come in, get a bowl, let's go. Cassandra?
Yeah, she just absentmindedly starts slopping a semi-appetizing looking porridge into bowls for you guys. Jimbo says, "So you think you can just run off and come on back like it's all hunky-dory, huh?"
I mean, I assumed I'd be welcome back in my parents' home.
And of course you are.
Yeah, you idiot.
Jimbo has not forgotten his manners.
I'm just a bit
Good.
wounded. Just a bit wounded. You
Okay,
went
wait,
off
wait,
on
wait,
an
wait, wait.
icebreaker.
Are you the mom's?
That's Grandpa.
Right, but is he the
His
mom's
dad.
dad or the okay?
Dad's dad.
Okay,
Jimbo's dad.
I'm
Okay.
Bo Judd
Okay.
Swamp Hopper.
That's like what?
Jimbo Swamp
For
Hopper
what's
is
happening?
my son.
Okay. Okay.
Ruby Jane Swamp Hopper is my flighty granddaughter.
I
Well,
believe Jim is halfling for son of.
That was awful.
sure, baby.
What
Whatever.
sort of ignorance you bringing into this household?
It's just a joke. It's just a joke. And he would say in halfling, I'm very obliged by your hospitality, and I'm glad to be among your table around your table.
Yeah, that's for sure. He mutters in halfling, but he just kind of mutters under his breath. He's not happy, but he's not hostile. It just seems like he's cranky in general.
What did we say that a halfling sounds like again?
People alone. So, where you been?
Oh, around.
Hell, apparently.
Well, yeah, that was an accident.
Get any good maps?
I mean, I made some.
Let me see. She just kind of
like,
shovels through 'em.
takes off her pack and dig in. She like takes out like several instruments and like all random other like leather bound, kind of folios or whatever.
Absolutely.
And then at the bottom there's like a really fat one of all these maps that she has like made and collected, and they are from Uldar and
Oh, she's mapped
Pinebreak
all of these.
and Keldrad, and even one of some really awesome city maps of Chaldean, and even one of Acheron.
Okay, he starts flipping through them, muttering to himself as Cassandra starts to make conversation. So, how did you all meet besides, Hale? Why are you traveling together?
Well, we haven't really asked that question. We are on a quest of Venuthras, really.
Well, we've been traveling together. We have a bit of a business.
Oh, your guild.
Right, our guild,
Yeah.
Guild of Goodwill. And so what we do
Ain't that
is...
cute?
Kind of weird.
and-
Hard to me, Ruby. Some of these maps are real good.
Thanks, Bobo.
Girl.
Right, yeah. So we make a living doing odd jobs for people who have money.
Oh, there's some help boards around.
Indeed, we actually stopped there. We are on a different sort of journey at the moment.
Oh, you headed somewhere south? Not south. West or east from here? On a boat?
We need to end up in Zagsnick.
Oh, you gotta go through the mire.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, well, there are better places to go, but...
What? You talking about the swamp up north?
Yeah,
Fantastic place to take a romp, if I do say so myself.
it's a swamp.
It's an amazing experience of culture.
Well, we are excited to do it. But I have a contract, you see, with a very beautiful woman. We'll say woman loosely. And she's done quite a lot for me, and it's time for me to scratch her back in return.
So does everybody know about, this is how you are a warlock and can do stuff? Is
Yeah.
okay.
It's
I know.
semi-common
Does Remy
knowledge.
know?
Do I know?
I don't
You
know.
don't know.
Okay.
Remy does
You can ask.
know, but
If you
it was like a quick turnaround thing that he mentioned. Like,
Okay.
yes,
He
this
told
is how
us
this-
basically like he screwed someone and woke up naked with magic powers the next day.
Okay.
I think he did tell us all.
Okay.
That's basically the long
So
and short
does
of
this
it.
have to do with how you used to be able to do some things and now you can't?
right. Yes.
That is
No,
why the
alright.
quest is so urgent. Is that
Our
It's
strange
a-
friend around here.
It's a quest to get my mojo back.
His magic's been a little flaccid since.
That's a good way to put it.
Oh, I know all about flaccid magic.
He looks over at Jimbo. He just grumbles.
Yes. Sorry about your condition, Jimbo.
I don't have no condition. What are you talking about, boy?
Speaking of which, Ruby, where are your brothers and sisters? Oh, wait.
Bo, you stop.
I'm gonna go downstairs and man the shop. We got customers. He stomps downstairs.
Devastating.
Don't mind him. So,
I'm sorry for you as well, Cassandra.
oh, it's fine. It's not always, that way. 1 out of 2, 3. Maybe I'm good.
Anyway, so we're making a pass through here. We actually came through a porthole. Portal?
A porthole? You took a ship down here?
No. Here's the thing. When I left, I could do a couple random little things that I figured out
Yeah,
how to
the little
do.
magics.
I got a lot more magics now, Ma.
Ooh.
I brought us here on a transportation sigil.
You teleport?
Ooh.
That's not real. That's not real.
We just popped right up in the Sunkeeper's temple.
Huh?
Just walked right on over
That's
here.
Bit
We were,
sacrilegious for a map maker's daughter.
where did we come? Where did we just come from?
Erngol?
We were in Erngol this morning.
Well, you say that, but wouldn't teleportation be, I don't know, of utmost importance to someone who maps the world?
It's a pretty good skill.
What are you doing up there and all with all them fancy pants in Erngol, though?
Well, I was in Caldian at the Bard College, which is where I learned a lot of the magics that I can do now.
Uh-huh.
It's a great place.
Yeah, I've heard good stuff. I
Bubba,
mean,
I think you'd simultaneously love and hate it.
Most likely.
Yeah. But when we came back from when we sort of transported out of, being in between the planes of existence,
kind of.
well, there's like this astral sea and these astral elves, and then there's this like upside down mirror lighthouse. And anyway, that's where we popped up.
Huh.
Was in Erngol, and then these folks had some contacts that they knew there, and
We actually popped up in Drasbo.
oh right, that's right. Oh, I forgot. Yes,
Yep.
Been traveling all over.
all over Mall. That's why we need some good food.
Well, okay, well, you're going to have to You said she kind of pulls over the maps that Jimbo was looking through and starts saying, okay, well, maybe we can update. We might be able to update this and put it in swamp hoppers. Maybe people will come off the canal to get some better maps.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we have to advertise a bit, but it's gotten expensive around here, so we had to reopen the shop,
So you've come out of retirement.
Yeah.
Well, I know you and Paul had a hard time sitting still anyway, so.
It's true. Well, so you're in town now? Are you you're going up a river now, I guess?
I mean, I guess as soon as possible, unless Vinny may have some questions about something he saw on the jobs board.
Oh,
Well, there's some missing persons. I don't know if you're aware of missing persons.
Oh, you know what? You were looking into that earlier, weren't you? That little job board with all the missing peoples.
Doesn't ring a bell. Missing people?
Yeah, your buddy.
Who? Buddy?
Yeah, he went missing.
It was posted by the wife of Dorlek.
Oh! Right, of course. What? I mean, what?
Your buddy Brig went missing.
That's right. Of course he did. Always traveling in the swamp by himself. Doesn't know a toadstool from a tree. Yeah, no, now that you mentioned it out loud, I may have been looking around for him.
So they said that they all went missing somewhere, or were last seen at the Mariners' Promenade. What happened at the Mariners' Promenade?
Well, that's just exactly what we don't know now, isn't it? It's got the Mariners coming in, changing everything, got all their rules.
Who are the Mariners?
Oh, there ain't no real mariners. It's just what they call the place where all the rich merchants and folks set up.
Thieves, what they are, well-dressed thieves. Coming in, taking over.
I told you not to bring it up.
Decent folk can't make a
Sorry,
living.
I know I meant I told you to
Mariners
bring it
come in.
up. And
Pirates, what they are.
You have a pirate problem here.
Well, governmental pirate types. May as well be pirates.
The government is run by pirates.
he's just
No.
talking about the new
Which
revitalization
government-
project. I told you it's sensitive.
Which
Yes.
government is not run by pirates? Let's be honest.
That's the best thing you've said so far, Vinny. I like you.
Right.
It was
So
Vinny, wasn't it?
one of those
Yes. that's
People.
funny.
was. Never mind who he was. He's named Lucimo Geloris. Have you heard of him?
No?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, if I could find him or stumble upon his deadbeat body, I aim to do so.
Cassandra, have you heard that name before?
Maybe.
Now, wait a minute. I've lived in this town for a long time. Do I recognize the name Jamoris?
Geloris.
Jaloris.
Does he need to roll?
Make a history check for me.
You have your
Character sheet.
Oh,
get your
yeah.
Oh, you got your
chits.
dices?
Brandon, please add a D10 to your history check. I'm going to use my new circlet.
Ooh. Are you wearing
Here, you can
it?
use my 20.
Have you attuned to it?
Which is a 10.
Do I need to have intentionally done so in the last X amount of time?
Is this a 10?
I mean, you probably could have attuned to it on your ride over on
Just-
the boat.
Yeah. You
Yeah, that's the kind of retroactive thinking that I enjoy.
Okay.
So you are wearing it now. You have donned
You just
the
never
circlet.
specifically said you were attuning to it, so
Yeah,
Well-
that's my bad. I forgot between sessions.
I didn't know if you were actually
yes.
claiming it.
They're also.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
We gave that to Remy.
Oh yeah, you did.
We did. I put it on his head.
Yes. He's got a
There
little
was an
tiara.
intentional action.
Yes. So it has been on his head
He's
since
now
I
the Queen
placed
of
it on his
Genovia.
head. Yes.
What does it look like?
It is just kind of a small circlet of silver with, I believe it is either sapphires or amethysts. 3 of them wrought into it. But it kind of just
I don't
sits
think
on
it
your
is,
forehead.
It
a little
looks
bit.
really
It's not a
So,
tiara as much
here.
as it is just kind of goes
All
down on your
these.
forehead.
Yeah.
It looks really fancy
you
against
add-
your
So we can
rough
roll one of these
exterior.
and then add
Thank
whatever
you. It makes
to
me
add.
feel very
And
fashionable.
then he gets that 10 because Remy is giving it to
Oh.
him.
Especially with the chops, the mutton chops.
It's a
9, and then
Nine.
add your history thing.
Plus 1.
10.
10.
add D10.
Right,
did.
we did.
Jaloris.
Wait, he got a 10 and
You
He got a 2.
vaguely heard the name Jaloris in your childhood.
Jaloris.
How old is this guy?
Feels vaguely familiar. Something back when I was a kid, hopping around in the swamps. I just can't bring it to mind.
You knew a Jaloris when you were a child.
Well, certainly. Maybe. I think so. I feel like yes. Hard to say though.
Well, that I don't know about, but I remember there was a Lucimo hanging around, actually helping some folk move boxes and do menial odd jobs. But that was a couple weeks back, 2.5. I didn't hear much about it. He was just doing a few favors for a few folk.
What did that posting say about how long they've been gone? Did it say? Or have a date?
Just said last seen at the Mariners Promenade. It didn't have
This
a date.
Lucimo folk, he was, from what I have heard, he was helping some folk who are less than savory.
Sounds about right.
The River Rat Gang.
oh, I love that.
What do they do?
Oh, muscle in on folk, extortion, collecting debt, breaking chins, drug trade,
You do any of the shop owners or yourself have any issues with this rat gang?
Oh, not us or anyone around here. We have kind of a neighborhood watch.
Okay, good. Well, while I'm not surprised, I am surprised to hear that this man is still alive. Potentially.
You seem awfully interested in him. Friend? Former friend?
Friendly friend.
It's a delicate situation.
Allegedly,
Just-
he's my father.
Oh,
Oh no.
that's unfortunate. She says with a big old smile, just masking any sort of bad vibes.
You're telling me, Cassandra. You're telling me.
Well, I mean, you can poke on around the Mar. You'll show him around, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
You and Becky.
I don't relish going down to the Mariners Promenade, but we'll be fine, especially if you're with me.
Well, why don't y'all look around, poke around there, and come back maybe for lunch or dinner, and you can stay with us for the night if you'd like, if you don't want to go out into the swamp at night.
I know that I was the one pressing urgency, but I hope you understand.
Of course. Do you expect to have issues between now and then?
Not like Jimbo.
I mean, you could just go on through the swamps. The swamps ain't that much more dangerous at night than during the day.
Well, why don't we go on down to this newfangled strip mall and just, see what we can kind of root out about this person of interest, and we can just go from there. Bubba, you take us on down there?
Sounds wonderful. Let's head on down to the Richies. Got nothing but money and problems. Let's go.
You guys head downstairs, back through the front door, ting-ling-ling, and there is a
Bye,
small...
Paul.
Usually grumbles. All right, be safe.
We'll be back.
Maybe, yeah, come on back. There is a small little pole boat that you have for your use of travel up and down
Naturally.
swamps. It is a bit cramped for all of you hopping on, but you're able to make your way down to the Mariners Promenade. Is Becky with you or no?
No.
Okay.
No, Becky's at the shop.
Okay, cool. So you make your way
down back to the kind of wider canals, the nicer parts of the canal district, and then into the Mariners Promenade proper, tie up on the side, and then are able to kind of go up on these nice cobbled streets on either side of the canal. There are large arcing bridges that go over them that barges are able to fit under easily. It is this kind of beautiful, just straight street full of various storefronts and warehouses. You see a storefront called Homesteader's Bounty, and it's connected to this warehouse that seems to have people coming in and out of, sailors dropping off exotic spices and foods. There's a place called Silk and Touch that seems to be kind of a tailor. Navigator's Boon, to the chagrin of the Swamp Hoppers, which seems to be a very nice map shop.
Cut rate map shop.
Various inns, one called Captain's Pride. You do spot a Barrowman's Momentary Missives, the franchise of letter carriers. But you can make your way around and investigate as you see fit.
Well, Bojed, there was it was the wife of Dorlek and the son of Equi who made this posting. Do you think they know anything about it, or
Well, seems like the best place to start.
do you know who they are or where they would be?
Dorlake has a furniture store.
Certainly I do. Right this way. Let's head on down.
You head south for a little bit, maybe like 10 minutes, passing more and more elegant shops to a large windowed establishment that reads Vimebre's Furnishings that has a closed sign on the front door.
Doesn't seem like they're in.
You want to go around back and see?
I'm not just gonna turn around and leave.
Right.
Well, Dorlek, the owner of the establishment, is missing.
Mm.
But his wife isn't. His wife's the one
Correct.
that posted it.
Yes.
Is there like what looks like apartments up top, or is there not like
There
residential?
does seem to be apartments up top.
Okay.
Okay.
Can
Let's make our way to the apartment.
We can always try knocking first, you know.
all right. You do that.
Knock rings out, and you're about to knock again, but the door is opened by a human woman, kind of shorter, dark black hair, fairly pretty, with nicer kind of half robes, half shawl on. Yeah, hello?
We're looking for the wife of Dorlek.
Oh, that's me.
Hello, Venutra Silverpiece. I saw your posting down at the job board.
Oh, about, yeah, he's been missing a week and a half now.
A week and a half, okay. And we're just really coming to maybe inquire some more information. Anything you have would be helpful.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. That would be 17.
Okay.
I don't know anything concrete, but one night, 2.5 weeks back, it was kind of shady. I saw Lucimo, Nodan, and Riggs standing around the canal, and now they're all missing too. Late at night.
Okay, they're all missing 2.5 weeks ago. You saw them at the docks.
No, just down the way. They were pretty close to the water,
And
and they were kind of talking conspiratorially. It looked like they were. I don't want to, I don't like to pass judgment. It seems a bit strange.
well, if it was strange, if it looked strange, it probably was strange. You believe this is 2.5 weeks ago, this event was somehow connected to your...
They're all missing now, too.
That was the last time you saw any of them.
There's a week in between, 1.5 to 2.5.
They went missing kind of one by one.
Missing, or did they leave?
Well, no one's seen them around, and some of them have, been around for a few months.
Okay.
Brig is always around. He's begging. He's a beggar.
Do you know Lucimo?
Well, not really, just by reputation. Not a good one. But again, I don't judge.
How long has he been here?
I don't know why you don't judge.
Oh, he's been in town a couple months before he went missing, and I try. I'm in a nice, established part of town.
Listen,
I obviously have money, but I don't want to come off as judgmental.
Right. It's fine.
Do
It's
you
fine.
think your husband was involved in,
No, he
whatever?
could never be involved in anything bad. He's a good man.
But he went missing around the same time as these other folk with unsavory reputations.
While she's asking that,
Yeah.
Denny's gonna do detect thoughts.
Okay. Just the basic version.
Basic now, for now.
Just like thoughts of confusion of like he couldn't have been involved with that. It's obviously just like someone took all of them. It's kind of her base thoughts.
She thinks someone took them.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said that this Lucimo was Brig also a shady character?
Just a beggar. He doesn't have a home.
Well, what about the other one? Did
No
you say-
Don?
No Don, yes.
Nodon is just, I forgot who Nodon was. A sailor who stops in from time to time. He's from, Calrad. Nice enough on our turf, though.
Anything that connects all of these people?
Not that I'm aware of.
Think real hard.
She thinks real hard. No,
Did your husband know any of these people?
we knew Brig. And Nodon, he would come in from time to time, buy pieces of furniture for his captain's quarters.
Well, not a lot to go on.
Sorry, if I had more to go on, I would have told the authorities.
Sure.
Not that they do a whole lot, but
Hey, respect our guardsmen, okay? They work really hard.
do they?
Yeah, well, we've never had any problems anyway.
I wonder how much she pays for that. Anyway, so this is your husband? You must be distraught.
I mean, we're closed up shop. It's just my goal, to find him in one piece and be happy that he's back. We've set a reward, me and some other folk. So,
So you must be working on the investigation,
not personally, I'm not an investigator.
but you're employing investigators.
Well, hopefully, I put up a job board. It seems you're investigating.
We'll do what we can.
You don't have any other options.
Well, the guardsmen have started their own investigation, and while they're great, bless their souls, they're not trained investigators. They're trained to guard.
Well, we are the guild, and you see a smile sort of spread across Vinny's face. We are the Guild of Goodwill.
Okay.
And this is right. This is actually our purview. We do things such as find missing persons, investigate suspicious activities. We do fetch quests. We do, and we slay the big bads.
That's encouraging to hear. Yeah.
This is my crew, Ruby, which you may or may not know.
Oh.
Belle's here, and then Remy.
Pleasure to meet you all. Are you not part of the crew?
Oh yeah, name's Bojo Swamp Hopper. You could say I'm the leader. of the crew in many ways. Did you have any messages or missives, perhaps, that have been received in this past time since he's been missing?
Not that I can think of. I mean, I can check Barrowmans if you think that's pertinent.
Barrowmans.
Momentary missives. It's a letter courier.
The UPS.
Very,
Perfect.
very well known.
Yes.
Of course, Barrowmans know all about it.
He's been in this one
Does he
so
have
long time.
an office desk where he likes to keep interactions and perhaps plans, a log of sorts?
I mean, I mostly take care of the bookkeeping and stuff like that. He mostly focuses on the carpentry aspect. All of our pieces are handmade in our shop.
And
Artisanal.
lovely pieces too, they are, for
Yes.
sure.
Could you give us a tour?
Sure. She ushers you into the storefront. There are very plush sitting room chairs on display. There are like very heavy desks of exotic wood and dining sets, credenzas, all sorts of different finely carved pieces of furniture. Feel free to look around. I don't know what you'll find, but again, I'm not an investigator, so.
No, but thank you for your hospitality. Bo, shall we?
Absolutely. Let's enter in.
So, if you're just taking a look around, you can make an investigation check if you'd
Yeah,
like.
we're doing investigate. Who's our
Ooh,
investigator?
I have +6.
I feel like she's our investigator.
It's pretty good.
I think she probably is. Let's see what I got.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Ruby, would you mind helping us sort of?
Oh yeah, of course.
I know that you,
You did good.
and he guides her, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so add
What
a
does that mean?
D4.
Yep. That one.
Wow.
Okay, 15.
15.
That's pretty good.
That's my.
You kind of start poking around, Ruby, and all of you are kind of
Yeah,
looking around as
we'll
well.
all be looking around.
And you don't really find anything on like any of the furniture or even upstairs. All the papers seem to be in order. But out of curiosity, you kind of just take a peek in the back alley.
Didn't he also roll for it? That's fine. I mean,
Okay, what is it?
I rolled 20.
Okay. And Vinny, you kind of follow along as well, and you're looking around in the back alley. And Ruby, you almost miss it. Vinny, you kind of spot it from afar, but you kind of are walking around, and there's a sewer
It's
grate.
because he's tall.
Yeah, he just
That's how he
has
sees
that
the
point
sewer
vantage
grate.
point.
Because he's real tall.
It's triangulation.
Pythagorean theorem's
Yeah.
in there somewhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Vinny, do you have a -1 to investigation?
Me?
Yeah, you.
No, I have a +3.
Oh, okay.
Hayden.
I don't know. I thought he was dumber than that. It's my bad.
Yeah,
well,
but
you
I'm
would think
skilled.
that. That makes sense.
Okay.
But you're walking by a sewer grate, and then you kind of scuff your boot a little bit, and on the ground you see kind of
My thigh-high boot, mind you.
Yes.
scratch marks on the ground of some sort. It looks like the pavement has been scored in some sort of way. Vinny, with that 20, those do look to be like fingernail marks.
Oh, wait a minute. I've seen this before.
What do you see?
There's scratch marks here.
Where have you seen that before?
Scratch marks.
Like a critter?
Well, no, like a person, like someone who.
We got real big swamp rats here. You sure it's not that?
I mean, I don't know. You look at it. You can see.
Oh no, that Bojo, come look. That don't look like a swamp rat, does it?
I don't think swamp rats make scratches like that.
So
Well,
We're
someone
going in
has been
sewers,
here.
aren't we?
let's go in.
All right.
You're going in the sewers?
Sure, I'd throw it open and hop in.
Okay.
I had to run back.
Ninja Turtle.
We're doing something. I'm doing it now.
I run back and tell this wife lady, like, hey, I think we found something out here in the alley. We're just gonna have a look around.
Oh,
Okay. I mean, yeah, sure.
Are we like wanting to be is this like we get a reward if we come back with the people
Or at least find out what happened.
okay.
Is there any reason I wouldn't do a perception check while we're like trying to find out what this is?
We
Make a
would
perception check for me.
Man, what do I?
this one.
That one.
I guess you can roll on there.
That's an 18.
18?
Plus whatever you're.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
an 18.
Oh, okay.
Out of the corner of your eye, as you guys, they're kind of huddled around deciding what to do, you've just kind of been looking over the canal, and every now and then there's a subtle kind of wave that rocks through the canal in a unnatural way.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
Mm-mm.
Unnatural canal waves.
Oh.
Ruby.
What, Bubbo?
Now, I can't be certain about this, but there seems to be some sort of unnatural wave on the canal. I don't want to scare your friends.
Oh, you think it's under there?
Well, I can't be sure, but it ain't right.
All right. I trust your eyes.
And then I jump in.
As you guys are chatting about this, you hear a plop that's muffled as Bells, you jump into a
Who?
knee-deep sewer canal of running water. It does not smell great. It smells quite foul.
Great.
The rest of you, do you follow?
Yeah, but I try and do a thing where I don't fall in the knee deep part if I can.
It's all knee-deep.
Okay, I didn't know if it had like little sewer.
Does it come
Yeah.
up
There are
over
no
your
walkways
boots?
on the side if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
just a big
This
circle.
is going to be neck
So
deep
it's like
for halflings.
west, yeah, and like waist deep for me.
Yeah. So
Oh, are we swimming then?
you guys kind of hop in and you're like neck deep in this thing.
Absolutely not.
Ruby, I like the adventures and spirit in these people you got around here. Let's go!
Oh, Lord.
I turn on the light on my morning star.
Okay. As you turn
This
on
is
the
her
light, what's everyone's passive
sparkly,
investigation?
enchanted-
Passive investigation? Oh, 10.
13.
I don't know what that
14.
13,
14.
14.
So,
11.
for the sake of
11.
posterity, we all in the sewer now, right?
Correct. 13 and 14. So Remy and
Posterity.
Ruby,
Oh, I have
as you
12.
guys are starting to get your bearings, each of you almost neck deep in
No.
this less than savory water.
Can it be less shallow? Come on. I mean, more shallow.
More
You
shallow.
guys spot scraped marks on the walls of the sewer through bricks. It looks like large chunks of brick have been kind of scraped off, and you do
Ew.
see a smear of blood
Oh,
on the ceiling.
well,
That's gross.
On the
That's
ceiling.
not
On the
it.
ceiling.
not much of a tracker, but even I can see that.
And with that clue and a heading, that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
No! I want to run into whatever it is.
You are now in the sewers of Stougheller. That's
Yeah,
the,
we
that's the next episode title right
Okay.
there.
Here's a question: do canal towns have sewers?
This
Tunnels.
one does.
Okay.
I guess it's gotta let out somewhere.
A lot of them actually let out into the canals below the water.
Uh huh.